And we welcome you inside of the Panther Den as we get set for the opening round of the 3A state playoffs. On the boys' side, it is the High Point Central Bison. And the Franklin Panthers, the number 13 seed of the Panthers, number 20 seed out of the Mid-State Conference, are the High Point Central Bison. You see them getting ready. Both teams warming up, and we're going to talk with head coach Doug Clemens of the Franklin boys varsity about that loss to East Henderson last Thursday in the conference finals, and then about tonight's opponent in the High Point Central Bison out of High Point, North Carolina, between Greensboro and Winston-Salem. So stay with us, fans, as we're going to get you set for tip-off of the 3A West playoffs. Back right after this.
It's the biggest event of the year in Franklin. The 11th annual 80s Flashback Weekend returns to downtown. Friday, August 1st, it's the sounds of Hall & Oates with Big Bam Boom. And then Saturday, August 2nd, 80s Nation returns to rock the stage. All to benefit Shriners Children's Greenville. Find us on Facebook for more information.
Welcome back, fans. Getting set for tip-off of the first round of the 3A state playoffs. George Young now joined with head coach Doug Clemens, the boys varsity coach. Didn't go the way that you wanted last Thursday against East Henderson. Played a pretty good game, just the offense wasn't there.
Yeah, we've had trouble with our offense, particularly against them. Some of that can be attributed to their defense, but at the same time, you wouldn't think that the same team would give the same results. The scores have been very similar, low teens about every time we've played them. We had a great third quarter against them, made a nice comeback. I think at one time we cut it to 5, and then they just pushed it on back out in the fourth quarter. But kudos to them. They've had a great year. Nobody's been able to touch them in the loss column, so they're headed into the state playoffs with a high ranking, and we're headed in with what I feel like is a good seed also.
Yeah, East comes in at the number 2 seed in the West. Well, tonight, Coach, it's a new season. You had the conference tournament. It was win or go home. Tonight, it's win or go home in the state tournament. It starts out with High Point Central. They're a number 20 seed. Franklin got a number 13 seed out of the High Point area down east. What have you seen out of the Bison?
In watching film, they have a good defensive team. They have a couple of players that will hand us some problems. A number 1 and a number 5. Number 1 is a guard. He handles the ball a lot, scores a lot. He averages about 20 points a game. And then number 5 is a long defensive player, probably about 6'5" or 6'6", with, like I say, very long arms. Not very big as far as weight goes, but can cause problems. Probably going to get some shots blocked tonight. Hopefully that won't deter us from going to the basket. But defensively, I think they're a good team. Offensively, I think if we can focus on keeping them off the boards and then give some special attention to their point guard, they don't seem to shoot the ball as well from outside. The percentages are not good. And so I hope that we can maybe pack it in a little bit, give some help on the inside, know where number 1 is, and then, as you mentioned, shoot the ball a little bit better ourselves.
Well, Coach, it's the playoffs. Been a long season. Injury-wise, health-wise, how are we?
Well, we're healthy. Injury-wise, we've missed Lance Parker. We haven't had him for about 2 weeks now, and he did practice last night, which is a good thing. I didn't push him too much, but he got up and down the floor some, and as he does that more, then hopefully that ankle will loosen up for him. A lot of it sometimes is getting back in the groove of things. You've been sitting around, nursing your ankle, and then all of a sudden you're having to move it, and it presents some problems. Hopefully the swelling will stay down, and it'll be something he can manage. But tonight, I just think hopefully the excitement will take over. The fact that we've earned the right to be in the playoffs. This is high school's version of March Madness. So a lot of teams are at home right now. Season over with, moving on to other things, but we're still playing, so we're excited about that.
The winner of tonight's game will play the winner of Robinson and Rockingham. And if it's Rockingham, and you guys win, then it'll be here at the Panther Den. But if it is Robinson and you guys win, you'll be on the road. Well, Coach, you've had that hoarseness for a few weeks now. And you've been battling some illness and some injury yourself. So we wish you the best of luck, and we want you to get that voice back.
Well, even if I don't get it back, that'll be fine.
I'm sure that's what the boys are saying. Yeah. All right, Coach Doug Clemens here before we tip off the first round of the state tournament. Stay with us, fans, because tip-off is coming up.
It's the first ever Sweet Carolina Music Festival presented by First Citizens Bank. Saturday, May 3rd at Macon County's Veterans Memorial Park in Franklin. Featuring Nashville recording artist and Sylvan. Festival will be an all-day event kicking off at 2 p.m. till 9 May 3rd with performances by Joe Lasher, Jason Passmore, the Chip Perry Band, the Alton Lane Band, and R.A. Nightingale. Tickets are on sale now. Scan the QR code to secure your spot. The Sweet Carolina Music Festival, presented by First Citizens Bank, is being brought to you in part by All Service Heating and Air, Argent Accounting, Bald Head Realty, Discover Church, First Bank, Fox Mercantile, Keller Williams, Restoration Church, Sloan and Van Hook Law Office, Vignette Realty, Watson Contracting, and the Young Brothers. Get your tickets today.
As we welcome you back inside of the Panther Den, we'll have the introduction of our starting lineups by public address announcer Mark Sutton, and then we'll get this first round 3A tournament game underway. As usually happens in the first round, not a lot of time to advertise the fact that the game is happening, so it's a sparsely populated gymnasium. Let's meet the High Point Central Bison.
Their starting lineup. Number 1, Josiah Hill. Number 2, Jack Carter. Number 3, Jacob Williams. Number 5, Adani Tyrants. And number 35, Jordan Noble. Now the starting lineup for your hometown Franklin Panther. At guard, number 2, Caitlin Dixon. Forward, number 3, Max McClure. Guard, number 5, Jack Tisa Teske. Forward, number 14, Noah Brannon. At forward, number 23, William Rauer.
And that's the starting lineup for the Franklin Panthers, the number 13 seed in the West, High Point Central, the number 20 seed in the West. Both teams have been introduced, and we're about to get this one underway in the opening round of the 3A state playoffs. George Young alongside Spencer and Joshua tonight. We are down one crew member as Philip Angel had his wisdom teeth taken out Friday. And he's been struggling a little bit, but he's on the mend, and he'll be back with us for the spring sports season, which coming up at the break, we'll talk with Jared Greenwood, the head boys varsity baseball coach. They begin the season tomorrow. Noah Brandon got a jump setter against Adani Tyrants. And the opening round of the state playoffs are underway at the Panther Den. It's going to be a Josiah Hill for the Bison of High Point Central that'll have it up high. You just heard Coach Doug Clemens talking about the size advantage that High Point Central has. You could tell that early on here. That one is swatted away into the backcourt. Goes to Noble. Noble going to throw it away. No, they're going to say last touch by a Panther. Bison out of the Mid-State Conference. They finished third in the Mid-State Conference. Hill with it up top. The junior stops and pops. That one's going to be short. Long rebound secured by Jack Carter. Carter is senior for Coach Josh Prince. And the Bison. High pass, almost stolen away. Jack Carter secures it. Braylon Desarn sky to almost intercept that pass. Carter kicks it. Now underneath it goes, trying to get position. Fighting and getting the bucket is Adani Tyrants, the junior center. He's at 6'8" on the Max Preps roster I've got. You can tell he's the tallest man out on the floor. Will Rowers in the corner. He attacks baseline. Now going to kick it out. Noah Brandon with it. Brandon picks up his dribble. Now going to dish. Braylon Desarn on the dribble. And he's going to be fouled. They'll say a reach-in foul on a Bison. Looks like it's going against Tyrants. Adani Tyrants will pick up his first foul. And it's the first whistled on either team in this ball game so far. Jack Tisatesi going to get it inbounds to Noah Brandon. Brandon kicking. Max McClure now going to reset. McClure directing traffic. Kicks. Tisateski's open. Three. Got it! Jack Tisateski gives the Panthers their first lead of the ball game. At 3-2, 6:11 left. High Point with it. They try to answer with the three, top of the key. Wouldn't go. Rebound secured in the paint by Donnie Tyrants. And check that. That was Jordan Noble. And it's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow is to the Panthers. I don't know if they know that the possession arrow is not illuminated on the scorers table. They have to text Cindy Christie and let her know. Step back three, Noah Brandon. Wouldn't go. And the rebound, Adani Tyrants. High Point attacks. And it's knocked out of bounds. Will Rowers punched it away. Josiah Hill with it. Point guard calls out the offense. Coach Josh Prince and the Bison. Almost another steal. Carter has it. I'll swing it around the horn. Now it's Williams. Williams into the corner. Hill thought about a catch and shoot three and almost a steal, but it's knocked out of bounds. Stays with High Point. Josiah Hill to trigger. Jacob Williams in the backcourt. Driving, kicking, corner, open, Carter, three, got it. Jack Carter nails the three from the corner. And High Point regains the lead at 5-3. Underneath, wouldn't go. For Rowers, he hit the deck, went into the padding behind the goal. Josiah Hill is going to step on the baseline. That's a turnover for the Bison. They're dressed in their dark blues tonight with white trim and glorious white numerals. Franklin in their white uniforms, red trim. If you've ever broadcasted a ball game, you understand what I'm talking about with those great numerals. Three up and good. Noah Brandon nails the three. And the Panthers regain the lead at 6-2. 8-5. 2 threes of the game, the scoring so far for the Panthers. Williams going to try to answer. Can't get the roll. Rowers with a rebound. Rowers down court. Kicks. Brannon. Brannon gives it up to Max McClure. McClure underneath. Kicks it back out. Now left side it goes. Tisa Teskey's open for 3. It wouldn't go. Noah Brannon with an offensive rebound. Rowers has it. Now to Braylon DeZarn. Drives in, kicks. Brandon's open, corner 3, in and out. Rebound, Jacob Williams. Williams going to slow it down. Just free throw line Noble. They're going to now swing it over to Tyrants, and he gets it knocked away. Up court quickly gets Will Rowers. Rowers to the hole. Rowers high off the glass. Will Rowers with a bucket to give the Panthers now an 8-5 advantage. Glad you're with us on YouTube and Facebook, this free broadcast of the Franklin Panthers Sports Network. I'm George Young, alongside our crew tonight of Spencer and Joshua of FPSN. Driving to the hole, it's Josiah Hill who'll get the bucket. We are down one of our camera positions tonight, so we're relying on some of the old robotic cameras that we installed in this gymnasium a long time ago. Down Phillip tonight, miss him a lot. Jack going to bring it out. Now Tisa Teskey pulls up into the corner. Will Rowers open 3. It wouldn't go. Did have a man in his face, though, at the very last second. Hit nothing. It's an air ball. Tyrants kicks it out. Now it's Jacob Williams. Kick it into the corner to Hill. Hill driving in. Can't get the bucket, but he was fouled. And 2 shots upcoming for Josiah Hill. First on the Panthers this quarter, and it's on Noah Brannon. Going to whistle Brannon with the foul. Josiah Hill, the junior. Coach Josh Prince in the High Point Central Bison. First one is off the mark. One more at the stripe. Some subs coming in. It looks like Isa Lockhart into the game for the first time for the Bison. One more at the free throw line. They're going to wave it off. Say that he stepped over the line. The free throw shooter in Josiah Hill. 8-7, Panthers by a point. Now Bison pick up in the backcourt. Panthers break it. Braylon DeZarn off the glass. Lockhart just checked in. Jacks one. It wouldn't go. McClure with the board. Max down court. Gonna drive. Max high off the glass. It wouldn't go. Had a man in his face. He hit the deck and went into the padding. Lockhart with it. Over to Harden. He's also checked in. Elias Harden's pass. Collision. Heading the other way. It's going against High Point. Jacob Williams will pick up the foul. Him and Tisa Teskey collided in the air. 2:11 left first quarter. Tisa Teskey looks to get it in. Goes to Will Rowers deep. Rowers brings it up. Trying to get some dribble penetration. Finds DeZarn. DeZarn drives in, hits the deck. Here comes Williams. Williams high off the glass, wouldn't go, and from behind we've got a whistle over the back on Harden, so I don't think he was in the act. No, it was not in the act of shooting, so it's going against the Panthers. That'll be the second one whistled on the Panthers, and it's on Will Rowers. So Donnie Tyrants, 6'8 junior, checks back in for the Bison. Catch and shoot 3. Carter from the corner, in and out. Rebound Noah Brannon. And the Panthers now attack. Brandon gives it up to Max McClure. He's going to call out the offense. Guarded by Josiah Hill. Over to Will Rowers. High pass in the corner. It's Braylon DeZarn. Desarn, he's going to back it out now as we're under 90 seconds left first quarter. Max McClure in the corner finds Tisateski. He's open, can't hit. Another corner three, Carter, but we thought about it, and then a long pass. Was it tipped? It's going to stay with High Point Central. Fans didn't like it. Williams gets it in deep in the backcourt. It's Hill for High Point. Approaching 60 seconds left. Tyrants going to dish a pass that's knocked away, trying to find Josiah Hill. High Point reset. 63 seconds left here in this first quarter. Peyton Hervey going to check into the game for the first time as Noah Brandon takes a seat for the Panthers. Lady Panthers, by the way, on the girls' side, took a trip to Gastonia, North Carolina this afternoon. In fact, they're playing right now against Hunter Huss. In the paint, in and out. Got his own rebound, did Tyrants. And he was able to get the bucket the second to go. They cut the Panther lead to 1. Desarn into the front court. Now we're under 60 seconds left. Desarn dribbling around, swinging it over into the corner. It's McClure up top, Tisateski. Got to back it out. Tisateski picks up his dribble, finds Hervey. Peyton drove in, now finds Will Rowers, who's going to find the hole. Will Rowers able to drive into the paint and get that one to go off the glass. Size advantage for High Point Central is evident, but the Panthers have been able to drive in and get a little bit of penetration. That one's knocked away. They're going to whistle a foul or reach in on who's the question. Had a couple of candidates, McClure or Desarn. Who are they going to give it to? Desarn. So it's the third on Franklin. Braylon Desarn picks up his first. And we've got some shots at the free throw line for Josiah Hill. First shot for Hill is up and good. Checking back into the game for High Point is Jordan Noble. Also checking in for the Panthers, it's Attic Sutton. One more at the stripe. Josiah Hill, the junior. And he gets it to go. Elias Harden going to check in for Coach Josh Prince and High Point and take it a seat as Josiah Hill, who just hit that free throw shot. We're down to 22.9 seconds left. 1 point game in the first round of the state playoffs. That one is into the corner. Tisateski going to swing it over. Hervey tiptoes. Finds Tisateski up high, and it's going to be stolen away into the hands of Harden. Harden leans in, and they're going to whistle an offensive foul on Harden. Elias Harden is going to be the victim of the charging violation. They're discussing things now. What are they discussing? Who it was? Okay. So Elias Harden picks up his third on High Point Central. 3.5 seconds left. Tisateski in the front court quickly. Rowers lost control, and that's going to do it. The first quarter is in the books. 12-11, 1 point lead for the Panthers as we head to break.
It's the first ever Sweet Carolina Music Festival presented by First Citizens Bank. Saturday, May 3rd at Macon County's Veterans Memorial Park in Franklin. Featuring Nashville recording artist and music festival will be an all-day event kicking off at 2 p.m. till 9 May 3rd with performances by Joe Lasher, Jason Passmore, the Chip Perry Band, the Alton Lane Band, and R.A. Nightingale. Tickets are on sale now. Scan the QR code to secure your spot. The Sweet Carolina Music Festival, presented by First Citizens Bank, is being brought to you in part by All Service Heating and Air, Argent Accounting, Bald Head Realty, Discover Church, First Bank, Fox Mercantile, Keller Williams, Restoration Church, Sloan and Van Hook Law Office, Vignette Realty, Watson Contracting, and the Young Brothers. Get your tickets today.
All right, welcome back. We missed a bucket, 13-12. High Point Central able to get the bucket as they had first possession. Panthers missed one. One and done for the Panthers. Josiah Hill drives in, kicks it out. It is going to be Jack Carter with it, and we've got a traveling violation which Jack Carter shuffled his feet. High Point Central takes a 1-point lead. It's been a back-and-forth game so far if you just tuned in. Glad you're with us. Opening round of the 3A state playoffs. As we're a little past 6:20 on this Tuesday evening. We'll throw up the brackets. Winner of this one will take on the winner of Robinson and Rockingham. Chisateski leans in, tried to get the contact. That one is out of bounds. Will Rowers tried to save it. Once we get a dead ball here, we'll try to throw up the graphics of the brackets and show you what's happening. Lady Panthers in action right now against Hunter Huss in Gastonia, the Hunter Huss Huskies. High pass, knocked away, going to be intercepted. Chisateski dishes. Rowers to the hole. Rowers couldn't get it to go. They're going to whistle a late reach-in foul on High Point here. Who are they going to give this one to? That one's going against Jacob Williams. Did get a score update from Gastonia. Lady Panthers are up 15-14 at the end of one. Rowers couldn't hit either. Now we're going to get a whistle and a foul on Will Rowers. That'll be the second on Will Rowers. Jacob Williams with it for High Point. He's going to dish over to Hill, Josiah Hill. Behind the back dribble, almost lost control of it. He's going to find Lockhart in the corner and hits. Does Lockhart. So High Point up now 16-12. That one's knocked away from McClure from behind. He gets it back. Chisateski with it. Chisateski driving, kicking. Peyton Hervey a three off the mark. Lockhart going to try another from downtown. That one doesn't go. Max McClure with it. Over to Attic Sutton. Sutton hands one off to Chisateski. Step back three, like it was partially blocked. Saved out of bounds into the hands of Attic Sutton. Out to McClure. McClure finds Chisateski in the paint, and he's going to be fouled. And That will not be a shooting foul. First on, or second rather, on High Point. That'll be the first on Jordan Noble. So Hill going to take a seat, and I believe Harden checks in for Coach Josh Prince. And High Point. Attic Sutton with it. Into the corner it goes. Max McClure driving that baseline, kicking it out. Now it's Braylon Desarn losing control. Bodies everywhere. Central comes out with it. Lockhart to the hole. Isa Lockhart gets the bucket. Tisa Teske stops the bleeding for the Panthers with a trifecta. 4:45 left in the opening half. Noble driving in. Noble banks it home. Desarn, bounce pass, McClure. McClure, they're going to whistle an offensive foul on Max. Say that he hooked him. That'll be the first on Max McClure, second on the Panthers. Some more subs coming in as Josh Hill rotating a lot of players off of his bench. Bringing it up, Josiah Hill over to Lockhart. Lockhart now going to feed Tyrants. Tyrants now to Noble, spinning and shooting in the paint. Wouldn't go. Battle for it. Herbie comes out with the rebound. Off to Attic Sutton. Attic's going to find McClure. He's open. A deep three. Got it. Max McClure with the three. And he cuts that Bison lead to just 2 at 20-18. Under 4 minutes left here in the opening half of action. Pull up Jay, up and good, Josiah Hill. 22-18, back to a 4-point advantage for High Point Central. Sutton calls out the offense for Coach Doug Clemens. And it's knocked away and out of bounds. They'll say last touch by High Point. Noah Brandon going to check into the game for Coach Clemens and the Panthers. Attic Sutton takes a seat. Tisa Teske going to call out the offense now. 3:20 left. That's an air-mill pass in the paint. Had a couple of teammates underneath, but didn't look like any wanted to go after that pass. Clock ticking down to 3:15 left in the opening half. Pirates kicks it over. Lockhart, that's his corner. In and out. Noah Brandon with the board into the front court. Finds McClure. McClure on the dribble. Drives. McClure high off the glass. Baseline jumper for Lockhart, wouldn't go. Tyrants with the rebound, in and out. Or check, yeah, that was Tyrants with the rebound. His shot wouldn't go. Down court it goes. Braylon Desarn, he thought about a three. Braylon gonna back it out. Now on the dribble. Kicking. McClure. Driving. McClure getting position. Got it. Max McClure, 4 quick points. We are tied at 22 now. 2:13 left. Lockhart with it. Back up top, Hill. Hill going to feed Tyrants. Now it's Lockhart. Another three. Isa Lockhart nails the trifecta. Going to be a 30-second timeout. That'll give me an opportunity to show you the brackets. Here we go. We're going to fly in here to the brackets. You see where Franklin and High Point are, and the 32 team, both on the east and the west. So a 64-team bracket here. J.M. Robinson, Rockingham County. That's going to be the opponent of the winner of this one. Whoever wins, Rockingham and Robinson. You see the seeds there. Robinson's a 4 seed. Rockingham is a 29 seed. So if Robinson wins, and whoever it is that wins tonight is going to be on the road. If it is Rockingham County that wins, then, well, if it's High Point that wins, or if it's Franklin that wins, this one they'll be hosting on Friday night. The 28th of February, that's the next round. First 4 rounds, Tuesday, Friday of next week, and they move into the regionals, the state championship round. The final 4 kind of set up. McClure in the paint. McClure. And 1 for Max McClure, and the Panthers are within 1 point of tying it up again. Whistle that one on Josiah Hill. That's his first. 3rd on High Point. You see McClure with the and 1, and he got it. Nothing but net. 25 all. We've got a whistle, and we've got another timeout on the floor. I believe this is going to be a 30-second timeout. Yes, it will be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. These 30-second timeouts are quick. Minute 43 left. We've got a tie ball game in the opening round of the 3A state playoffs. I'm George Young. Glad that you're with us wherever you may be on YouTube and Facebook of the Franklin Panther Sports Network. Our fantastic crew tonight. We're down 1 man. We have Spencer and Joshua running the show for us tonight. High Point comes in at 15-9. Panthers at 21-5. High Point out of the Mid-State Conference. Franklin out of the Mountain 7 Conference. Finished 2nd in the Mountain 7 Conference. 3 of those 5 losses to the East Henderson Eagles that got a number 2 seed in the West. Into the front court, it's Tyrant, so quickly give it back to Hill. So we approach 90 seconds left. Coming up at the half, Panther fans, you want to stick around as we were able to catch up with head varsity baseball coach Jared Greenwood. Their season starts tomorrow. Talk a little baseball here at the half. Tyrants gives it up to Williams. Swing it over. Now Noble, deep 3. Wouldn't go. Jack Tisateski with it. 60 seconds left. In the corner, it's Braylon DeZarn going to dribble out of there. DeZarn picks up his dribble. Has to find a man. It's McClure in the corner. 3, got it! Max McClure is on fire. And the Panthers have taken the lead at 28-25. You can see flames shooting out of Max McClure in that corner. 35 seconds left. Up top, it's Williams. He's going to give it up to Noble. Back it goes Williams, a deep 3. And he got the roll, hit the front of the iron, and the iron kind that time. My goodness. Tied at 28. Under 20 seconds left. McClure dishes. Brannon driving in, kicking. Tisateski, 3, short. Gets his own rebound. Tisateski looks for a teammate. It's Brannon, a 3. Off the mark. 1 second. At the buzzer. That'll do it. We're at the half in the opening round of the state tournament. And we are locked in a good one. Tied at 28 at the break. All right, coming up, we're going to talk with Jared Greenwood, head boys varsity baseball coach. We'll get you set for the beginning of the third quarter in just a moment as you see the Panthers heading into the locker room. All right, stay with us. We'll be back in a few.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services.
And welcome back here at the half of the first round of the state basketball playoffs. We've got basketball in the brain tonight, but guess what happens tomorrow? Baseball season starts, and we're joined with the head coach of the Panthers, Jared Greenwood, the varsity boys baseball program. And Jared, this is your favorite time of the year. You have played baseball since you were probably 5 or 6 years old. You even played professionally at one point. And tomorrow, the season opener happens over at Macon Middle School. I know you're excited.
I am excited, but with basketball still going on in the playoffs and it turning freezing cold, that's when you know it's baseball season. So Coach Plemons always reminds me that it's not over yet because it's hasn't got cold. But super excited to open up tomorrow, and super excited for these guys tonight. I'd love to get them back as soon as possible, but wish them nothing but the best. But we'll be fine. We got a good crew this year.
Tomorrow it is Murphy. You've got a bunch of games. We were just talking. We've got a bunch of games coming up in the month of March. We haven't even finalized our streaming schedule yet because of all the games that you guys have, along with softball kind of overlapping. You had a lot of pitching last year that graduated. That's always the key. It's pitching and then your bats too. So kind of give us a recap of what you've seen so far in the early season and what you think of these boys this year.
Well, like I said, it's been tough because of the weather. Last week was really hard. We've only had 2 weeks of practice, and 1 week we're stuck inside because it's freezing. We have a lot of our pitchers were actually on the JV basketball team, so I just got those guys back this week. But we're young, got a lot of athletes, play multiple sports, and JV's won a championship. Garrett Young just got back, finishing 8th. So really what that means is I got a ton of guys that are winners and very athletic. So I'm excited about this year. Really, I don't know what we're going to get. We're young, pile of sophomores, 4 juniors, 1 senior, and a couple freshmen. So we're going to make some adjustments as we go, kind of fill it out, see what kind of team we're going to be. But we should be pretty nasty on defense, and that's part of that puzzle. So you talked about the pitching. So it's pitching and defense wins. So the pitching should be fine. We'll shoot those strikes and let our defense play because we got a good one.
Conference-wise, you have a few non-conference games tomorrow against Murphy. Obviously, you got a non-conference game next week as well, and then you start conference play, and then it's hot and heavy after that. This year, Mountain 7 Conference, what do you think's some of the top teams? Who do you think maybe will surprise some people?
Obviously, Tuscola's going to be up there again because they got Amos coming back and a couple other good arms and players on that team. I'm curious to see how West. They've always got a good program, but I don't know who's all coming back. But Jackie does a good job over there. So curious to see how they're going to have to figure out who they are now without some of their big guns. But North Henderson, I seen a little bit of their game they played yesterday. They look good again. So it's going to be. I know Pisgah's young, Smokey's young, we're young, and I think North is pretty young too. So it could be anybody's that race for the top because baseball's a funny game.
You just kind of echoed a lot of the coaches across America when it comes to baseball and the overlap with basketball and all the other sports. And you really, early in the season, it's a big unknown, isn't it?
It is. And the guys do the best they can to come out and get their swings in on their own time between wrestling or basketball. And even a lot of our guys play football, and they're beat up and then try to take some time off in the winter, so you don't want to just rush into it. So baseball's a little tricky, but that's why we play so many games. That's why they play 162 of them in the big leagues. It's a long season, so we take the first part of the season and approach it as let's see what we can build off of, what we need to get better at. And you really, going down the stretch, you want to put yourself in a position to get in the playoffs and be pitching well and hitting well in May. And that's what we're really shooting for. We want to come out and play good early, but we know it's a long season, and we got to get to where we want to be by the end of April and May.
What time's the first pitch tomorrow?
5:30.
5:30. We want to see you out at Macon Middle School. We won't be broadcasting that game because of the overlap with basketball. We're going to let that hash itself out. Hopefully the Panthers win tonight. and we'll have some more games, but we don't know. But we'll get you a schedule, and we'll see you out at Macon Middle School at McConnell Field very soon.
Perfect. I appreciate it.
Jared Greenwood, head varsity baseball coach. Stay with us. We've got more to come here at the half.
Shio, and welcome to the Cherokee Indian Hospital Authority. When you work here at CHIA, you discover that we are more than just a healthcare facility. We're a community. One of our guiding principles, Digwadzeli Yushti, which means like family to me. Whether you're talking about our patients or our ever-growing staff, we are committed to treating everyone like family. And that is why so many people from across Western North Carolina choose CHIA every day to be their employer, and we hope you will join us. From the moment you walk through these doors, you'll see how all of our departments, from primary care and nursing to dental services to behavioral health to the eye clinic. When you choose CHIA, you are choosing to be a part of an organization that works together to provide comprehensive care to our patients.
As care managers, we help patients navigate their health journeys. We provide personalized support to ensure everyone gets the care that they need.
I choose CHIA because here I get to make a real difference in this community.
Nursing at Cherokee Indian Hospital means teamwork, growth, and compassion. We work together to care for our patients like they're our own family. I choose CHIA because every day I'm a part of something meaningful.
In our dental clinic, we focus on preventative care and education to make sure smiles stay healthy for years to come.
I choose CHIA because I'm proud to serve this community with care and respect.
Our commitment to care extends beyond the main campus. CHIA's satellite facilities are here to serve specialized needs across the community.
At Onanishku, we support the mental and emotional well-being of members of the Eastern Band of Cherokee Indians.
I choose CHIA because it's a place where healing happens at all levels. I'm honored to work with a team that helps individuals reclaim their lives.
With a commitment to serving with compassion and cultural understanding, the staff within CHIA's recovery continuum, whether it be Conawotii and Snowbird, or the men and women's transition homes, provide safe and supportive environments to ensure patients get the care and kindness they deserve. Part of the Cherokee Indian Hospital Authority's vision is to be significant in the lives of tribal members, and that vision applies to all stages of our patients' lives. This is why we are proud to have opened our doors to a brand new state-of-the-art senior living facility this year, keeping in mind CHIA's guiding principle, Uwashan Udanatelan, which means the one who helps from the heart. Being part of the Solid Care Center team means providing compassionate care straight from the heart to elders in our community.
A career in long-term care is a labor of love and patience. I choose CHIA because this is where respect and dignity are at the core of everything we do.
With over 100 open positions, there's a place for you here at CHIA. Whether you're a nurse, a care manager, a dentist, or part of our support staff working in finance, dietary, or housekeeping, your skills and passion matter to us. Here at CHIA, our mission is simple: provide accessible, patient, and family-centered quality health care for the Eastern Band of Cherokee Indians. And we hope that you would consider joining us in that mission.
And we welcome you back inside of the Panther Den as we get set for the second half to tip off, and we are knotted at 28. We have a couple of stats only for the Panthers, unfortunately, for High Point fans that are watching. Desarn finished with 2 points. Max McClure really had a terrific second quarter, finished with 13 points, and kept the Panthers ended in at the break tied. T. Sateski with 6 points, and Will Rowers with 7. The Panthers shot 67% from the floor, 33% from the three-point arc, and were 1 for 3 at the free throw line. So that's a little bit of scoring on the Panthers side. Both teams are back out of the locker room. Looks like we're getting set and ready to go for the third quarter. It'll be the Panthers that'll have the opening possession here in the second half. Tough sledding underneath. I think Coach Clemens knew that. Going in, High Point has the size advantage. Tyrant's 6'8". Also Noble at 6'4". Your post players. Braylon Desarn dribbling around, finds Will Rowers. Rowers knocked away, picked back up. It's Noah Brannon into the hands of Rowers. He's going to find a lane to the hole, and Will Rowers able to get the bucket off the glass. Into the front court goes Josiah Hill. Going to kick it up top to Williams. Williams, a ball screen, dishes underneath Tyrants. And he got the bucket to go. Ties it back up at 30 apiece. Rowers on the dribble. Rowers driving, kicking. Tisateski off balance. Three! Got it! Jack Tisateski from downtown to make it a 33-30 Franklin lead. 6:50 left. Here in this third quarter. Off balance. A three, top of the key, Josiah Hill. He answers. Are they going to say his foot was on the line? 33-32. Rowers kicks. Desarn in the paint, gets it knocked away. Stolen away by Tyrants. Off to the races goes Hill. Hill. Count it and one for Josiah Hill. That'll be the first foul whistled on Franklin. Noah Brannon will pick up the foul. That'll be his second. High Point goes back out in front by 2 points at 35-33. Coach Josh Prince going to check in. A man off of his bench. Looks like it's going to be Elias Harden. Harden going to check in for the first time here this second half. And one at the stripe for Hill, junior point guard. I'm going to clean up some perspiration just to the right of the cameras. It is warm in here. Of course, it's warm outside. It was about 70 today. And inside, up here in the rafters where we're at, it's pretty warm. On the floor, a little bit cooler. And Josiah Hill able to complete the three-point play. Now some press in the backcourt by Coach Hill, or Prince, rather. It's Hill that is guarding Rowers. He drives in, kicks. Braylon Desarn going to swing it over. Will Rowers. Rowers no look pass to Max McClure. He's harassed by Hill. Going to dribble out of that corner. Now over to Will. Rowers. Back to Max McClure. McClure kicks it out. Braylon Desarn. Over to Noah Brannon. Brannon gets double teamed, fires one. That is knocked away, trying to find Max McClure. Panthers will have possession underneath their own basket. And we got subs coming in. Looks like Jordan Noble going to check in for High Point Central, taking a seat. 6'8" Tyrants. Kisateski. And it goes. Rowers, three. Catch and shoot wouldn't go. And Williams grabs the defensive board for High Point Central. Just joined us, High Point, dressed in their dark blue uniforms, white trim. Three off the mark for Williams. Offensive rebound by Harden. He can't get it to go. And the board underneath Will Rowers. Panthers now going to bring it up. Panthers in their familiar white jerseys, red trim. Opening round of the state playoffs. Max leans in, can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, the top of the key. Three is off the mark and secured by High Point. Check that. Hill into the front court, pulls up, couldn't get the J, just left of the stripe that time. We've got a whistle and a foul going against High Point. They're going to get that one, I believe, to Lockhart. Pass going to go against Lockhart. Sophomore picks up the foul. That's the first on High Point here in this second half of action. The first 4 minutes. Noah Brannon driving, gets bumped. That'll be the second now whistled on High Point. Going against Jordan Noble. That'll be the second on Noble. Glad you're with us. I'm George Young along with our crew tonight of Spencer and Joshua running the show for us. Appreciate you joining us wherever you may be, YouTube or Facebook of the Franklin Panther Sports Network. Tisa Teskey harassed, gets position, able to get a shot up. It wouldn't go. Tyrants checks back in, 6'8". Tyrants able to get the bucket or get the rebound, and the bucket goes. They're going to whistle a foul on the Panthers. Who do they give this one to? It's a late whistle. Tisa Teskey? Yeah, Tisa Teskey going to pick up a foul. That'll be his first. That'll be the second on Franklin. So Josiah Hill will be at the stripe for the and one to build on to that Bison lead. Going to wave off the made basket because of a lane violation. I'm going to say that he stepped over the free throw line. Braylon Desarn into the front court. Gets it picked. Harden can't get it. Harden gets his own rebound, and the second shot is up and good for Elias Harden. Rowers off balance, somehow able to get that one to go. 4-point advantage, High Point now attacks, but a traveling violation will stop that offensive attack. Attic Sutton checks in for Franklin. He's going to trigger now in front of the High Point bench. 4:06 to go here, third quarter. Rowers with it. Exactly 4 minutes to go in the third. Will calls out the offense. Into the corner. Max McClure driving, kicking. Noah Brannon able to get the bucket. Noah Brannon cuts into that High Point lead at 40-37 now. Williams finds Hill. Now going to find Tyrants. He's driving in, gets it swatted away by Noah Brannon. Noah Brannon at 6'2". Tyrants 6'8". And 6'2" won that time. 3:26 to go. Third quarter. Been a good one so far. Williams kicks. Try the alley-oop. That one couldn't be executed. Brannon driving. Now gets stopped. Finds Will Rowers. Rowers out to Tisa Teskey. And they're going to reset with Will Rowers. 3 minutes left here in the third. Rowers finds himself open. Can't get the roll. Hit all of the rim. In fact, hit the top of the backboard. Unable to get the bucket to go in. 2:45 left, third quarter. Josiah Hill. Hill driving. He's kicking into the corner. Three, in and out. And the rebound, Max McClure able to get position. McClure picks up the dribble, kicking. It's Noah Brannon. Brannon also has to pick up his dribble. Needs a teammate. Going to find Will Rowers. Now it's Attic Sutton. Sutton backing it out. He's calling it out. 2:07 to go here, third quarter. Almost a steal. Tisa Teskey secures it. Tisa Teskey finds Sutton in the paint, kicking it out. McClure, it's a three. Off the mark. Rebound, Josiah Hill. Josiah is going to kick it. To the hole goes Noble. Check that, Lockhart. Lockhart able to get the bucket and extend that High Point lead, now 42-37. Bounce pass, Sutton. Sutton driving in, had a lane, decided to give it up. Kicks it over, it's Noah Brannon, a three, in and out, wouldn't go. Josiah Hill to the hole. Josiah Hill, count it, and one. Sutton going to pick up the foul. Jordan Noble going to check in off the bench for Josh Prince and High Point Central. And one situation, Josiah Hill at the line. Foul on Attic Sutton, his first. That'll be the third against the Panthers. Peyton Hervey to check in if he makes this one. And he does. Hervey checks in for Doug Plemons of the Panthers. An 8-point lead now for High Point. I believe that is their biggest of the night. Rowers harassed by Williams. Rowers driving, and they're going to whistle a foul, I believe, on Williams. Yeah, going against Williams. Third on High Point. That's the third on Williams. No shots, though. You see the bird's eye view. Who last touched it's going to be the question. They'll say last touched by High Point off of a Bison. I think it was Noble that touched it last. Jacob Williams, who just picked up his third foul, going to take a seat for High Point. Attic Sutton gets it in bounds. Now a tie-up as Shadero is to High Point. Under 60 seconds left in the third. Josiah Hill gets double teamed. Dribbling around, down to 36 seconds left. Lockhart and Hill play and catch. We're down to 22 seconds. That one's knocked away. It's Hill with 14 seconds into the front court. Over to Lockhart. Off balance. Lockhart has been really the difference in this ball game. At the buzzer, Tisa Teske can't hit. And after 3 quarters, High Point Central flexing their muscle. Now a 10-point lead as we head to the fourth quarter. Stay with us.
It's the first ever Sweet Carolina Music Festival presented by First Citizens Bank. Saturday, May 3rd at Macon County's Veterans Memorial Park in Franklin. Featuring Nashville recording artist and Silva native, Music Festival will be an all-day event kicking off at 2 p.m. till 9 May 3rd with performances by Joe Lasher, Jason Passmore, the Chip Perry Band, the Alton Lane Band, and R.A. Nightingale. Tickets are on sale now. Scan the QR code to secure your spot. The Sweet Carolina Music Festival, presented by First Citizens Bank, is being brought to you in part by All Service Heating and Air, Argent Accounting, Bald Head Realty, Discover Church, First Bank, Fox Mercantile, Keller Williams, Restoration Church, Sloan and Van Hook Law Office, Vignette Realty, Watson Contracting, and the Young Brothers. Get your tickets today. Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services.
Welcome back. We're underway in the fourth quarter. Franklin with it. It's Sutton in the corner. It's a three that cannot find the bottom of the net. The Panthers have a chance in this ball game. They're going to have to start hitting some threes. Will Rowers with it. With a size advantage underneath. You've got to somehow loosen them up underneath with threes. And that one goes for Hervey. That's been really the story. Franklin has not been able to hit threes like we saw in the tournament last week. But a three goes for Hervey. Carter corner three. He got it. Jack Carter answers. Back to a 10-point lead for High Point. And we got a whistle and we got a foul. I believe it's going against Hill. No, they're going to give it to Carter. Jack Carter picks up the foul, his first, and it's the first whistle on High Point Central here in the fourth quarter. 6:54 left, 10-point lead for the Bison. Franklin led in the first half. It was back and forth really for the first two quarters, but here in the second half, High Point Central has held the lead after it was tied at 28 at the break, and have extended it to double digits as we begin this fourth quarter. Tisa Tessie looks to get it in. Does. Max McClure calls out the offense for Coach Doug Clemens. Gives it up to Hervey. Bounce pass to Tisa Tessie, stolen away into the hands of Williams, and we've got a frustration foul going against Hervey or Tisa Tessie. I think it's Hervey that picked it up. No, it's Tisa Tessie. Tisa Tessie going to take a seat. And Braylon DeZarn going to check in for Coach Doug Clemens. It's Hill getting harassed, swings it over to Williams. Going to find Tyrants. Tyrants quickly gives it up. Deep three, in and out. Battle for it. Secured by Tyrants. He goes up, gets the bucket. 6'8" junior able to get the bucket and give High Point their biggest lead of the night at 12. 52-40. On the dribble, Noah Brannon leans in. Count it and one for Noah Brannon. Foul going against Elias Harden. That'll be the second on the junior Harden. And you see Noah Brannon set for the and one. Senior in Brannon. Possibly his final time here at the Panther Den. And he can't get the roll. Rebound to High Point. It's Josiah Hill. Over to Jacob Williams. Back to Josiah. Dangerous pass. Going to feed Tyrants. That's going to be a jump or a air ball. Secured by the Panthers on the rebound. Will Rowers driving. Will Rowers off the glass. Timeout, Doug Clemens. Going to be a full or a 30? I mean, a 30-second timeout. Let's look at the brackets once again. Let's zoom in on the side of the bracket that we care about. That's the West and the Franklin and High Point Central game. You see the winner of this one will play the winner of J.M. Robinson and Rockingham County. And if Robinson wins, it doesn't really matter who wins this one. They will be on the road. If Rockingham County wins, then you will see whoever wins this one host a playoff game. 5:36 left in the fourth quarter. Franklin calls timeout after getting the bucket to cut into that lead at now 8 for High Point. Coming in at the number 20 seed and 15-9 out of the Mid-State Conference. Franklin at 21-5 and a number 13 seed out of the Mountain 7 Conference. Jack Carter to trigger. Coach Josh Prince in High Point. Panthers pick up in the backcourt with some press now. And it goes to Williams. He's harassed. They'll get it up court now. Tyrants driving. Tyrants charged, they'll say. Standing his ground, Noah Brannon in the paint. Offensive foul on Donnie Tyrants. It'll be his second. Third on High Point. We have had neither team reach the bonus in any of the quarters, which is odd. McClure finds Will Rowers. He drives, he kicks. Peyton Hervey a three. Got it! Peyton Hervey a couple of threes here in the fourth quarter have kept the Panthers within striking distance. 52-47, 5:04 to go. Hill is going to be fouled before the shot. Will Rowers will pick up the foul. Is that his third? Yes, it is. Second on Franklin. Hill gets it in up top to Carter. High pass secured by Williams. Now to Carter in the corner. Tyrants. Jacob Williams directing. He's harassed by Braylon Desarn. 4:45 left. Harden finds Williams on that low block, getting position. Tries to feed. Knocked away. And a reach-in foul on Jacob Williams. So Jacob Williams just picked up his fourth foul. That's the fourth on High Point. One more, and the Panthers will be shooting 2 free throws. 4:32 to go here in the fourth. Noah Brannon into the front court. Now going to drive, a kick. Braylon Desarn in the corner. The senior dribbles out. Finds Rowers. Rowers kicks. It's Noah Brannon working on the 6'8 Tyrants. Brannon spinning. Wouldn't go. Second shot wouldn't go. Tyrants with the rebound. Off to Harden. Harden feeds. Lockhart. Offensive foul. They're going to whistle a charge on Isaac Lockhart. We've got a whistle and we've got a timeout. Looks like High Point going to talk it over. Going to be a full timeout, so we'll take one as well. 4:02 left. Stay with us.
It's the biggest event of the year in Franklin. The 11th annual 80s Flashback Weekend returns to downtown. Friday, August 1st, it's the sounds of Hall & Oates with Big Bam Boom. And then Saturday, August 2nd, 80s Nation returns to rock the stage. All to benefit Shriners Children's Greenville. Find us on Facebook for more information.
Welcome back, 52-47, 4:02 left, fourth quarter. This one's going down to the wire, it seems like. Glad you're with us. YouTube, Facebook of the Franklin Panther Sports Network. In the first round of the NCHSAA basketball tournament on the 3A side. I'm George Young. along with our fantastic FPSN crew tonight, Spencer and Joshua, running the show for us. 4 minutes exactly as Hervey brings it up. Knocked away from Hervey. A reset in front of the scorers table. 3:57 to go here in the fourth. Winner plays either Robinson or Rockingham County. Rowers driving, kicking, Hervey wouldn't go. Hill comes out with a rebound. Hill drives, able to split two defenders and get the bucket. 54-47. Rowers kicks, Brannon traveled. Noah Brannon shuffled his feet as he attacked baseline. That'll be a turnover for Franklin with 3:24 to go, fourth quarter. 7-point lead for High Point. We've got a whistle and a foul on Will Rowers. I believe that may be, yeah, it is his fourth. Rowers picks up his fourth. Now a lot of whistles blowing. We got some perspiration on the floor. Yeah, it's a warm evening, and it's warm inside this facility. They actually don't control the air or heat, vice versa. In this facility, it has to be done from the main central office of Macon County Schools. So they have to text a guy, call a guy, hey, could you turn it? It's a complicated process. I've been told about it a few times. 3:15 to go in the fourth. Panthers pick up in the backcourt, and it goes to Josiah Hill. Hill knocked away, out of bounds, stays with High Point. Lockhart to get it in bounds. High pass up to Tyrants. He'll find Williams. Spin one to Hill underneath. Counted in one for Josiah Hill. He will try to make it a 10-point lead now for High Point if he can hit at the free throw line. Some more perspiration on the floor. They'll have to mop it up. Braylon Desarn picks up the foul. That'll be his second, and it's the fourth on the Panthers. High Point over the limit at 5 fouls. 3 minutes exactly left in this first round state tournament game. 3-point play is achieved. 10-point lead now for the Bison. Max McClure brings it up, calls out the offense. McClure picks up the dribble, finds Brannon up top. He's going to drive in. Brannon can't get it, but he was bumped. They'll whistle it on Noble, I believe. 2 shots for Noah Brannon. Third on Jordan Noble. 2 opportunities at the charity stripe to cut into this 10-point lead. And for the Panthers, every point is critical. He hits the first. And he hits the second. And full court press. Williams able to break it. Finds Hill up top. Now it's Williams driving in. Hill, or check that, Williams will miss the shot, but they're going to whistle Noah Brannon, I believe, with the foul. That'll be his third. And that's now the 5th foul on Franklin, so both teams are over the limit. Both teams in the bonus situation as Jacob Williams will be at the line for 2 shots. Opportunity to push it back to a 10-point lead. He hits the first. And can't hit the second, though. An offensive rebound in the stick back by Donnie Tyrants. That's huge. Noah Brannon counted in 1 for Noah Brannon. Jacob Williams picks up the foul. That's his 3rd for High Point. And 1 for Brannon, the senior. Hits. Timeout on the floor. Coach Doug Clemens and the Panthers want to talk it over. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, I believe, or a full. Well, I thought it was going to be a 30-second timeout. I still think it is going to be a 30-second timeout. He never signaled a full timeout, so we'll keep it here. You have to be quick with these officials. They will signal it very nonchalantly at full or a 30-second timeout. Only people that care about it are broadcasters and the coaches. Nobody else really pays attention probably. So we're heading down to the wire. 2:16 left, 60-52 in the 4th quarter. 8-point advantage for High Point. They've really controlled this second half, extended the lead. It was tied at the break at 28, able to push it to 10, and it's been that way. 10-12 points for a good portion of this 4th quarter. Franklin's been able to cut into it, but has been giving up bucket, second chance opportunities to High Point, and have not caused many turnovers and getting more possessions. We'll see how the final 2:16 left and this one goes. Going to have to chip away at it with 3-point buckets, I believe, here. We'll see if Franklin can hit some down the stretch as High Point will get it inbounds to Hill. Hill going to find Lockhart. They're going to break it with Williams. Well, I say that. He hasn't gotten across the timeline. Now he does. And an alley-oop hits the side of the backboard. They've had a couple of alley-oops that have just been dreadful. That one's knocked out of bounds. It had no chance. When you've got a 6'8" guy and Donnie Tyrants, I guess, just throw it up close. And he's that tall. He can go get it. Desarn gets it into the backcourt to Will Rowers. Under 2 minutes left. Rowers driving, finding Brannon. Brannon shot blocked. Off to the races goes Josiah Hill. Hill wouldn't go. Noah Brannon with the rebound, outlet up court. Braylon Desarn thought about the three. Hold on, we got an injured High Point Bison. They stopped play. Fans didn't like it, but we've got Josiah Hill, who looked like went hard into the padding here. And Lynette Gibson, head trainer for the Panthers, going to come out and check on Josiah Hill. And his head coach also going to come and talk to him, Josh Prince. Not a lot of room behind the basket in this ancient gymnasium. The floor is only 84 and a half feet, not the standard, or 85, I think, 85 and change. Not the standard 94 feet. It's just old. Built in 1952. Will Rowers Kicks it. Hervey couldn't get it to go. That's big. Lockhart feeds, bump from behind. He's going to send Williams to the line. Braylon Desarn picks up the foul. Third on Braylon Desarn. A couple of shots upcoming for Jacob Williams. Williams, first one up and good. 9-point lead now for High Point. Second one up and good. Hits both at the stripe. Back to a 10-point edge. Josiah Hill, who got injured, checks back into the game as Williams takes a seat. $1:20 left. Panthers in desperation mode. Max McClure could be his final game as a Panther. Drives in. He doesn't want it to be. Bucket up and good. More clock being drained. 8-point lead. Hill with it. Hill splits double team. Driving. Can't get it to go. Rebound, Tyrants. He goes up. Wouldn't go. Another offensive rebound and a whistle and a foul underneath. That will send Tyrants to the line. Tyrants for a couple. Couldn't hit the first. One more at the stripe. Got the second to go. With the junior, 6'8", Tyrants. 50 seconds left. Brannon driving. Tried to step back, get position, couldn't. Will Rowers driving. Rowers wouldn't go. The length of the Bison really has bothered the Panthers all night. We've got a reach-in foul. McClure going to pick up the foul. At the line will be Josiah Hill to try to push it to an 11-point lead for High Point. Can't hit the first. Long pause here. Josiah Hill taking his time. And he gets the roll on that one. 38 seconds left. 10-point lead for High Point. Max McClure going to have to start jacking some threes. Will Rowers. Got it! Rowers with the trifecta. I'm surprised the Panthers have not tried to get some threes up, but to credit the High Point defense for not allowing the perimeter. Going to be a full timeout? It will be. So we'll take one with 29.0 seconds left, fourth quarter. Stay with us. Welcome back. 29 seconds left. Just got a score update. The girls' side. And looks like the Lady Panthers are trailing with 3 minutes left, 60-50 at Hunter Huss. Franklin and Hunter Huss on the girls' side. And Hunter Huss holds a 10-point lead with 3 minutes to go. 64-57 on the boys' side with High Point on top. If things hold, both the boys and the girls teams, season will end in the opening round. We've got a lot of whistling going on. What's going on here? I'm going over to talk with the scores table. Let's see here. Looks like we're good to go. Whatever they had to figure out, they figured. And a quick foul on Lockhart. He'll be at the line. Oh, wow. Knocked out of bounds. It's going to be a turnover. I see a guy on the left side of our camera shot there kind of got in the way, and I have a giant monitor here. There's his head again. So you couldn't see what exactly transpired. I couldn't see what exactly transpired. They're building a new high school. We'll have great camera angles in the new gym in about 3 years. It's still going to be a couple years remaining in this one. It's a errant, but secured by Will Rowers. He couldn't get it to go. And on the rebound, Tyrants secures it. He's fouled. He'll be at the line. Will Adani Tyrants. 24 seconds left in the fourth. Two shots at the free throw line, and it's Attic Sutton picking up the foul. And the first one is up, and it's good. 8-point edge for High Point. One more for the junior. And rims out. McClure with the board. Panthers trailing by 8. Got to jack some threes and hope. Brandon now going to attack. Kick. Sutton draining more clock. A three is up and good. Attic Sutton hits it, but the clock continues to tick down to 8 seconds. What are they calling here? What? The trailing official is coming in waving his hands. Going out here. I think a timeout was called. Yeah, a timeout was called by High Point Central. The question is, are they going to put any more time on the clock? Now Coach Doug Clemens, the Panthers, talking with the official here. At midcourt, you see the conversation going on. Because there was a about 3 or 4 seconds that rolled off the clock. They're going to keep it at 7.8. 65-60. There's still a puncher's chance for the Panthers. So you've got to either call some turnovers, foul before the ball is inbounded, and hope for some free throw misses. But in high school ball, when the ball goes through the net, clock doesn't stop like in college. Officials are having a long discussion here. Now Coach Clemens is having another discussion with one of the referees just to the right of that angle there. Now we're set, looks like. Okay, they are going to reset the clock to 11 seconds. All right. Oh, Coach Clemens able to lobby his point. And it goes out of bounds. That's a turnover. Only 1 second went off the clock. Got some subs coming in. Elias Harden checks in for High Point. Taking a seat is Lockhart. Offense, we'll check that defense for offense. Here, now we've got a whistle. And now another timeout. Coach High Point, or Coach Josh Prince for High Point, they want to talk things over. 10 seconds left. Panthers have possession. Trailing by 5. Going to be a 30-second timeout. The winner of this one plays the winner of J.M. Robinson and Rockingham County. If Robinson wins, whoever wins this one is hitting the road. Rockingham County is able to upset the 4th seed, their 28th seed. And whoever wins this one will be hosting on Friday. So here we go. 10 seconds left. Franklin with possession. They've got to get it inbounds right below the students there. And it goes. Will Rowers, a deep three. It hit one of the rafters above, and that'll be a turnover. And Lockhart checking back in. Offense for defense as Harden takes a seat for High Point. Had an opportunity. 5 seconds went off the clock, though. And it goes, and a quick foul. Still about 2 seconds went off the clock. 3.9 to go. And things are bleak now for the Panthers. High Point looking to score a road win, an upset of the seeds at least. Coming in at a 20 seed. So at the charity stripe, it's Josiah Hill. Foul on Sutton, his third. 2 opportunities. And he makes it a 2-possession game with that one. 2 threes at least. And he can make it a 3-possession game if he can hit this one. And he does. So Harden checks back in. And Lockhart takes a seat for High Point. Brandon brings it up, lifts the shot at the buzzer, and that's it. High Point Central scores the upset on the road tonight. About 3.5 hours away from home. They win tonight and end the Panthers season. 67-60 the final. They'll play the winner of Robinson and Rockingham County. They advance their overall record to 16-9. The Panthers lose the final 2 of their season and fall to 21-6. That'll wrap things up for our basketball coverage as the Lady Panthers were losing last check with 3 minutes left. They were trailing by 10 at Hunter Huss. And the boys wrap up their season tonight with a tough one, 67-60 the final to High Point. Been a fantastic season, at least in January and February. We have set some records for the number of viewers. That game Thursday, those games, not just one, all the games in the Mountain 7 Conference Finals ranks at the very top, if not the largest concurrent viewers we have ever had on the network. So we appreciate you tuning in throughout the season, especially throughout the basketball season. It has been fun. We really do want to send our thanks out to our fantastic crew, Joshua Chastain and Spencer, who've been running cameras tonight. They were running cameras and running our master control as Philip Angel, our executive producer throughout the season, is still recovering from getting his wisdom teeth taken out, and he will be back with us for the spring season. We will release the spring broadcast schedule very soon. As we've got the games, we've just got to determine which ones we're going to be doing, as there's a lot in the month of March on the baseball and softball diamond. So that's going to wrap it up for our broadcast season of baseball, or for our basketball. Baseball and softball is coming up for Joshua and for Spencer. I'm George Young. Till next time, so long, everybody.
It's the biggest event of the year in Franklin. The 11th annual 80s Flashback Weekend returns to downtown. Friday, August 1st, it's the sounds of Hall & Oates with Big Bam Boom. And then Saturday, August 2nd, 80s Nation returns to rock the stage. All to benefit Shriners Children's Greenville. Find us on Facebook for more information.